Remember us. As simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died. He did not wish tribute, or song, or monuments, or poems of war and valor. His wish was simple. Remember us, he said to me. That was his hope. Should any free soul come across that place. In all the countless centuries yet to be, may all our voices whisper to you from the ageless stones. Go tell the Spartans passerby that here, by Spartan law, we lie. And so my king died, and my brothers died. Barely a year ago. Long I've pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory. Time has proven him wise. For from free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread that bold Leonidas and his 300 so far from home laid down their lives, not just for Sparta, but for all Greece, and the promise this country holds. Now, here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, Xerxes' hordes face obliteration!
Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network, and welcome to the Zack Snyder Hour with Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. Do you think James Gunn reboot the universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn.
Hey Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo, honey. Yo, welcome to the Zack Snyder Hour. It is your boy, Skywalker the Jedi, back at y'all with another one. Man, y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but y'all here with me rocking out, and I appreciate that. Much love out there to the Syndicate Network and all of our colleagues. You did? Yeah. Yeah. We got the homie Rebel Moon Theory in the building early. What's going on, RMT? We are talking some Rebel Moon tonight, dog. We talking some Rebel Moon tonight. You dig? Oh snap! It shouts out to StreamYard too. We got Dennis Medina in the building. We got DC Talk 82. We got the homie The Good Austin. Hold up. You know what? I got an idea, Austin. You just sparked something. Let me see this. Let me see if this will work. Right. Let me see if this will work. Let's do this. All right. Right. Yeah. We're going to put a poll in the chat. Did you hit the like button? You did? I'm going to start checking y'all in the chat. You know what I mean? We got the homie. Who else in here? Toy Mafia is in the building. We got the Batman in the building. What's going on? Bat Dance Thoughts saying, come on, Netflix, meet with Zaslav. And now with that movie bombing. That Bat Dan is impatient. Don't trip, Bat Dan. Don't trip, bro. Right? He said, I'm watching the Zack Snyder Hour at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight. Skywalker the Jedi.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Yeah. What's going on? Ill Life? He said, sell gun back to Marvel. What's going on? Lucas Weber or Weber? We got Mama Bear Doll in the building. What's going on, Mama Bear? We got Crown Loads in the house. What's going on, Crown? We got Venkata in the building. We got Bad Dan Thoughts with the member chat for 18 months saying Rebel Moon Bloodline is a success. Hell yeah. Also, with a certain movie not doing as well as the trades are saying, now would be a great time for the shareholders to demand a deal with Netflix for ZSJL 2 and 3. Let them know, Bad Dan. Right? Let me go ahead and give you this drop, bro.
Zack Snyder is a hack. The Snyderverse is dead. Long live the DCU.
What's going on? All y'all in here. We got Sin Havoc 5150. We got Qatar Law. We got Michael in the house. All y'all killing it in the chat. Right? Alan Belk is in the building. Who else is in here? I think I got everybody. Right? We got Matt G Images. What's going on, Matt G? Hey, what's going on, Matt? Yeah. Much love, bro. Absolutely. Right. And pardon me if y'all can hear some noise in the background. Let me know, because it's all kind of cars, honking horns and shit. They're protesting outside of my... Never mind. I ain't even going to get into that. But welcome to the Zack Snyder Hour. Let's go ahead and make sure you all are hitting that like button, sharing the content out, as well as hitting that subscribe, as well as that notification bell, so that you know when I'm going live, when I'm dropping a new video. You dig? Much love to everybody that has been rocking out this entire time, and shouts out to everybody that will be rocking out going into the future, right? Because we are definitely here, enjoying keeping you guys entertained, and we just passed 3K. There will be a 3K celebration stream. Be on the lookout for that. It'll be coming soon. So much love to all y'all that's been rocking out this whole time, man. It's been an honor to be there with you guys, and salute to everybody that's hopping on the bandwagon too now. You know what I mean? Just hey, if you didn't know, we are the creators of the hashtag ZSJL and Sell Snyderverse to Netflix movement. Hashtag, or also known as ZSSM. You dig? Got that shield, You know what I mean? Zack Snyder's Cell Movement. Trying to get that conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC arc over on the Netflix platform, and have been using these hashtags as a vehicle to do so. We also ask that you guys only follow 3 rules of engagement while using the hashtags, which are just be positive, please don't mix them, and please don't tag, mention, quote, tweet, reply to, or anything like that. Anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to one James Gunn, which is why I'm not even tripping about trying to get in touch with their shareholders, right? Because it's literally like trust me, y'all. They know. Like everybody's well aware. You know what I mean? That's why you guys are seeing a lot of these things kind of play out in the media and in the public the way that they are, which I'm going to get into at a later date. But we're here talking about the stuff that Zack got going on tonight, so we ain't really about to dig into that. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following and subscribe to, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Leon of the New Geeks. You dig? If you would like to sponsor a stream, whenever you guys give super chats, super thanks, gifted memberships, anything of that sort, all that stuff is tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom of a following stream, just like the homie Matt G Images does for this one. You dig? Let's get caught back up with the chat, and then we gonna get cooking. You dig? All right. Let me find where I was. He said, where'd it go? I wish Zack would do his King Arthur Western. Hey, bro. I think Zack got a good chunk of his career left, and I think we got a lot of things that we can be entertained with, is that he's going to be bringing forward to the masses. I honestly do. You know, I ain't trying to take it for granted, but yeah, I think we're going to be getting some good shit coming up. Much love, you dig? Oh, y'all in here. It says WB and Sega are dead. Netflix and Sony will replace them. Yeah, we're gonna see. I don't know about Sony, man. Telling y'all, they in for a rude awakening. All right. Yeah, bad damn. He said China pulled it out of there, bro. Crazy. All right. Y'all in here killing it in the chat. The chat been jumping. We got Kunim in the building. Chimera. He said, I feel bad for you in LA, Sky. I'm in Philly, so I get it. But you got, bro, oh my God, bro. Bro, it's like protests every other fucking. Never mind, bro. Let me shut up. What's going on, Apex Leon? What's love, bro? He said you about to tap in with the chat soon. What's going on? Much love, Integrity 101. You dig? Joe Nathan in the building. Yeah, he said, yeah, look, we tripping, bro. He said, but I don't have patience, right? Hey, bro. Bro, good things come to those who wait, bro. For sure. Right. Well, we got Nessa Noel in the building. What's going on, Nessa? Much love. Right. Kaneem said China prefers real cinema. Bruh, we're gonna have this cinema discussion pretty soon. Because I'm tired of a certain conversation going on, man. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. And I think something just happened recently that proved my point. And we all need to start using different vernacular when discussing these things. 100%. Netflix. We're gonna have all the Snyder fans patiently waiting for us to make a deal with that company for ZSJL 2 and 3. And Bad Dan's thoughts.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Right, bro. We chilling over here. What's going on, Robert Harrison? Yeah, I'll check out these trailers, man. I haven't watched the one for Tron Ares, though I did watch the one for Mortal Kombat 2. And it's funny because it had the exact same effect on me that the last one had. It started out, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm liking this. And then by the end of it, I was like, all right, this looks decent, man. You know? Yeah. No, I haven't read Camelot 3000. Right, man, y'all are killing me in the chat, bro. It's hella people in here. Much love, y'all killing it. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the show. You did. He said China pulled it out of theaters. It's a wrap, bruh. You know when we said that they pulled BVS out of China early. Remember when we was having that conversation, right? Wild. That shit wasn't after a week. This movie ain't even about a week yet, dog. Crazy. Ain't even been out a week yet. Already getting snatched. Right? But we'll see, right? Let's get started with the show. You dig? First and foremost, I want to welcome you guys to the premier Zack Snyder show on the internet, bro. Where y'all gonna find a more consistent show that bring y'all the real information and don't be caping and don't be capping and don't be coping. Who else? Right? Nah, man, we about to get to it. We got 50 people in here watching, right? He said, in other news, Brawler and LAPD are both in production. Yo, we're about to get to it. Because, first of all, in the news, this don't need a whole bunch of talking about, right? But I did think that this is hilarious that Zack said no to fucking James Gunn. I need you guys to understand something. They've been trying to paint this narrative that these guys are best friends forever. Hey, man, James Gunn wrote Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. Right? Ever since Dawn of the Dead. Man, y'all ain't ever seen that picture of them like 20 years ago? Right? Y'all ain't ever seen that picture from like 20 years ago of them smiling? Right? Nah, man, they best friends. Right? We gonna get to it. I thought this was hilarious. He said he was one of like 3 writers. Exactly, Ill Life. Exactly. That shit got rewritten. Excuse me. Rewrote and rewritten. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you. I'm like, I don't know what Lucas over here talking about Sony. I'm like, bro, Sony's in shambles, bro. Trust me, I follow the video game landscape very, very closely. And Sony's been in trouble like for years, for a very, very long time. But anyway, that's another stream. I don't want to get in that. But I think it's hilarious that they be trying to say that these guys are so cool, right? And just need you guys to read this. I'm gonna say at the bottom part of this article because I don't want to get ahead of myself, right? But look, Zack was in this article on Variety, right? And this is just the bottom part of it. It says, and speaking of franchises, Snyder, who is well known for his time spent within the DC universe, unfortunately didn't have a review ready for the first of James Gunn's new Superman films, which released July 11 at the time of our embargoed interview conducted July 8th. However, he said he does plan to see it ASAP. Yo, I need you guys to realize something. Does anybody in this chat think that if Zack Snyder wanted to watch this movie that he couldn't watch it? Even on the 8th, right? Think about this. On July 8th, this movie had already been seen by a hell of people. Right? Does anybody think he said this weekend, I don't think I'm seeing it because I have a horse show. My kids ride horses, but I'm gonna try to see it right after that. He said, bruh, I gotta go run with some horses real quick, dog. I want to know why, why he didn't see it before that. Right? He's acting like Jokic, you know? Kunim said, Zack is just a nice and respectful guy. He won't openly trash anyone's movie directly. But he did say he ain't going to go see that shit. He said, bruh, he said that means I got more important. He said, bruh, I got to go run with these horses real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be at the stables. I'm about to be at the stables kicking it. You know what I mean? Oh, my God. Said Zack could go to WBD lot if he wanted to. Zack doesn't care about bruh. I've been on the WBD lot. You know what I mean? I've been on the lot, dog. He said, Gunny Poo, I'm gonna have Zack Snyder watching my movie. Zack Snyder.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
All right. Bat Dan said, I've been on the WBD lot. Exactly, bro. Bruh, it's easy to go on the WBD lot, dog. It's easy to go on the WBD lot. You know what I mean? I told y'all I didn't been behind enemy lines since sale. Right? What I was doing over there, you'll never know. What I was doing over there, you'll never know. You'll never know. But I've been on a lot, like a couple times. You know what I mean? They ain't even really. Right? He said the whole marketing for this movie is really Snyder and the BEI hire. Oh my God, here we go with BEI again, bro. Oh my goodness. Bro, I don't think that you guys understand why how y'all be cracking me up. I'm so serious. What's going on, Future Tron? Right? But yeah, I thought that was hilarious that James Gunn was like, or that Zack was like, bruh, I got other shit to do. He like, I'm about to go mess with these horses. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. All right, let them know, Snyder. So that includes filmmaking. Hey, bruh, hey, but then they come in here talking about, oh yeah, see, but Zack Snyder so hated in Hollywood, and I'll be like, oh, so how did he get 300 million to go make his brawler film? Oh, see, but that was outside of that. You know what I mean? That's not Hollywood. He had to go to the Saudis to get the. Oh, but he went and got some money. 300 M's. Right? Yeah, we getting to all that, Michael. We getting to all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just thought that was hilarious that we had Zack saying no, thank you. He like, bruh, I'm good. You know? Oh snap. He like, bro, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need that. He like, I don't need that in my life. Think about this. Y'all think that if he didn't watch Josh's League, that he would. Hold up. Y'all thought that if he was gonna watch, that if he wasn't gonna watch Josh's League, that he was gonna watch this shit. Right. Hey, Lucas Weber saying that Zack gonna make the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Hey, if that's what you're hearing, bro, more power. I ain't heard nothing like that. You know what I mean? But hey, we gonna get to it. He said, Ari Aster is a divisive director, and I love all his films. I haven't seen Eddington yet, but you don't hear people call Ari Aster fans, Ari Aster bros for liking his movies like Hereditary and Midsommar. That's a great point. I love both of those movies. Bruh, Midsommar had a part that made me like gag, bro, more than any movie ever in history. He said, you're going to get off. You're going to cut these corners. You're going to sell. And most importantly, you're going to start reading the Bruh. Oh my God. Mom Bear says she can't keep track of where her mother is. I can't either. He said, shout out to Campy the Clown for explaining that Hollywood doesn't want billion-dollar films anymore. It's way cooler to not break even. Bro, oh my God. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait, bro. Hey, I can't wait for that stream tomorrow, dog. Oh my boy, we're going to have problems up here tomorrow. Y'all think it's bad today. We're going to have problems up here tomorrow. Alan Belk said, why are people even asking Snyder about it anyway? They want to pretend like he's irrelevant, but they sure want his approval. Great point, Alan Belk. Great point. Right? Yeah, and I haven't seen Bo is Afraid either. Yeah, no. He said Hamada's in a black hole with Ultraman. Bro, I'm dead, bro. Look, let's go ahead and move forward. I want to go ahead and talk about this next topic, but it ain't just me this time. You know what I mean? I actually got somebody up here with me to help discuss this stuff. We got the homie RMT, aka Rebel Moon Theory, in the building. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm feeling great, bruh. Glad that you here, man. Appreciate you stopping by. What's going on with you today?
Man, these last few days have really been exciting, and I can tell you one thing. I'm really excited to be here to discuss both Rebel Moon Bloodline and the Nemesis comic.
Right? Yeah, bruh. This is dope. We've been having some great drops these last few days from Rebel Moon, man, and yeah, it was a great idea to have you on to talk about this stuff, bro. And I'm very glad that we're able to have you on for sure, bro.
Man, yo, so how far have you gotten on the game yet? Without spoiling the story, how far are you on it?
Not super far. I will say this, man. I'm loving all of the lore stuff, man, bro. There's all types of like little Easter eggs in here as like a Zack Snyder fan. I know one of the early parts that I saw that kind of tripped me out was when they're talking about the ship named the Fountainhead. I was like, bro, are you serious, dog? Like they didn't put a Fountainhead reference in here, man. Like, nah, it's all types of stuff in there for little Zack Snyder fans, and uh it's dope, bro. But how are you feeling about the game now that you've been really diving into it?
So I just want to let y'all know I have not beat the game either. I just unlocked the fifth like biome area in the game because not to spoil, because I ain't gonna spoil the story because it's really good so far.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this game is really fun. It's really it to me, I believe it's one of the best mobile games out right now, and
Mm-hmm.
it's been getting a lot of attraction. And what I really love about this game too is, the characters you play as, because you get a selection up to 4 classes. You got Banner Guard, Invoker, Kindred, and Forsaken. And when you play as these characters, not only do you get to explore the story, but you also, while you're playing as these characters, you get to learn about these characters, their ambitions and why they are here fighting, for the rebellion. And you get to learn more about each character that you play as. And what I also love about the game is it's not pay to win or anything like that. It does have a battle pass, but it's not like with most of other games where it's mostly like pay to play now and all that. But it is pretty
Absolutely.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And I really love the missions are absolutely fun. And one of the things I've been doing is one of the easiest ways I've been leveling up my characters have been, so when you play on a mission, there's these objectives that you have to complete. And once when you complete these objectives, which these objectives aren't like ones that are required to beat the mission, but if you want to level up your classes, then it's best for you to complete those objectives, even the hidden ones, to
Mm-hmm.
level up your characters. And not to mention, when it comes to the character customization, they add so much, not to spoil anything, but they add so much lore that there's just so much in this game. There's so much to unbox that we haven't seen in the films yet.
Can't you like pick your background and all that stuff too, right? Like, if I'm not mistaken,
What do you mean by background?
like your background for like your story, if I'm not mistaken, or am I, or did I just do that on Mass Effect? And I was confusing the two. I could have swore that you picked your background, like your for character's history.
Oh, is it when you first like
Yeah,
select the
yeah,
character?
yeah.
Yes, there was something where you get to select that, and yeah, you pretty much get to choose like your
Backstory. Yeah.
yes, and then after that, there's like more stories that the character has, but I ain't gonna get into that because if y'all haven't played this game yet, you guys need to check it out. It is absolutely dope. And it does also, for those that may not know, it does support Xbox controllers. So I've been trying that out as well.
Xbox is the best box. You dig? You
Yep.
dig? I don't, man. Look, hey, they about to get me on a tangent, bro. Hold up. Ooh, we did pass the 50 light goal. Let me play this drop, and then I'm actually gonna let you cook for a second about the game still, and then I'll be right back for sure. So y'all hit the 50 likes. Here's y'all drop.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Yeah, you dig? So look, I'll be right back, and then I'm hey, look, Ill Life know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Ill Life know what Xbox gang or don't bang, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, look, yeah, I'll be right back, bro. And then go ahead and hold it down. I'm talking about that newly launched Bloodline on iOS and Android.
Absolutely. So, something I do want to talk about, which character I've been using the most. I will say that I have mostly been using Kindred. But my goal when it comes to playing this game, because I know I'm going to be playing this game with some friends, and what I want to do is I want to pretty much max out all the characters, like all the classes, which is something that, something that I did on Destiny 2, but for this game, I do want to max out all the characters. But in terms of like how the characters play out, I really enjoyed playing with every single character. When I played the beta, I feel like my favorite character to use was going to be Evoker because she has like, the lightning abilities, which I'm going to get into that here in a minute. Um, so Banner Guard, which is the heavy user class, he has like a machine gun, and he has a ability where he can like shoot like triple at what he shoots, like the amount of damage he can do. So whichever damage he does with the guns, he can use this ability where it triples it, and it does triple the damage to what he would do originally. And there's also a bunch of other specials these characters have. So usually Bannergar would have like this jump ability where he would jump in the air and then smash onto the enemies. Well, they do also have like other select abilities for the characters in that. And then also with the weapons, the characters do have different weapons to choose from. The only one I've unlocked so far has been the double bow that you unlock for Kindred, aka Jimmy. And the Banner Guard does have another machine gun that he can use. And Evoker's really fun to use too. She does have a lightning ability. So when you first play as her, you have the lightning abilities, and then she also has ability where she can put a healing zone down where you can heal your allies and also heal yourself. Then I can't exactly remember which like ability Kindred has when you first play as him, but what I've been using right now is he does have a healing factor where you can like stop and heal for a minute. And then his other ability, when it comes to his bow, he can shoot out like there's an ability where you can shoot out like multiple bows. And My Bannergar is the most leveled up in my party. Oh, by the way, my code name is R. Yo, thank you guys for letting me know about the usernames.
Yeah, man. Mine is Skywalker ZSSM. One word. You dig?
Yo.
One word. Skywalker ZSSM. You know what I mean?
Yep. So, now for Forsaken, she has an ability where there's one ability she has. I can't remember what her green one was, but she has another one where she literally just spins around. She does like a 360, like all around the enemies and completely slices them, if you know what I mean. But as for my ranking on the classes, the classes for me really depend on like what situation. It really depends on like who you're mostly best with, but I will say I've been using all the classes. I've really been enjoying using every single one. And when it comes down to the gameplay, I got no complaints when it comes to the gameplay. It's not laggy, you know, there's no delays. I get that
You're absolutely right about that too. Yep.
the only thing I will say, and this is not really, it's not like a major complaint because I played a ton of games in 30 FPS that have been absolutely amazing. This game does run 30 FPS on mobile. I'm not sure. Well, at least I play it on Android, so I don't know if it's different for iOS users. But when I play on Android, it does run 30 FPS. It could be me that I probably do need to get a new phone because I do run it on the S23, and I will probably need to get a new phone soon. But yeah, this game, I gotta say, this game is absolutely phenomenal, and I want to give a shout out to Super Evil Megacorp for
Super Evil Megacorp. You dig?
Yep.
Hey, Curly Ray, cool one is asking, where'd you get that hat, bro?
I got this off of the Netflix website, and not only does it come in green, it also comes in black, and the Rebel Moon logo is orange on the black one, while on the green one it is white.
Yep. W. Mir says Forsaken is hard for me to use as she has no projectile attacks and has to attack up close.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like she does have to really get close to the enemies, and it may feel like she doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, which is why I can see why some people may consider her like their least favorite class. But yeah, I can definitely see that. And yo, this game's getting really big right now because you know I was told that this is like one of the top rated games on the iOS App Store right now. And not
Wouldn't be
only
shocked,
that,
bro. I would not be shocked.
Yep. And not only that, now on the iOS store, you can't check to see how many downloads there are. But on the Google Play Store on Android, I'm able to check and see how many downloads there are. So we have about yesterday, I checked, and there was about over 5,000 downloads. When I woke up this morning, it was doubled that. There are a lot of people going out and downloading this game right now. And I believe this game is going to be huge. And they even, they're still promoting this game.
This has to be one of the biggest Netflix games that they've launched, right? Like I would imagine so,
Yeah, man, especially with this being like the first Rebel Moon game. And I get a lot of people were wishing that this was on console, which I believe this game will probably come to console because
it absolutely can. Like this really reminds me of that game, the Ascent that I played on Xbox. And yeah, it's like the same stuff pretty much. So yeah, this can absolutely come on console
and PC.
Yep.
Yeah, but what I think is really good about this game coming to mobile first is that, in my opinion, more people have access to their phone than they do with a console, because they can play it on the go.
Absolutely.
They can play it anywhere. And the cool thing about it is too, you can also buy those, like, those like controllers you can get where you like attach them to the phone. They're not like controllers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the ones with the you connect to the chargers.
Yeah, I've Xbox has one called a Backbone.
Yes,
Yep.
Backbone. Yes, that's what it's called. And I actually thought about picking one of those up, but yes, you can pick those up and you can like play on the go, or if you're not really doing anything, you just pull up and play it, and it's an incredible game.
What y'all know about The Ascent, bruh? That's Game Pass right there, dog, for the win. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead, Curly. And then after you finish with Bloodline, make sure that we talk about the Nemesis prequel comic that is also in stores right now too. You dig?
Oh yeah. So for Rebel Moon Bloodline, I am going to continue playing. I'm definitely going to play over the weekend, and I'm going to try to beat the game, which I should be able to beat it by the weekend. But yeah, man, this game, like, from what I played so far, like, there's certain missions where I'm just like, wow, like, oh my goodness. And I gotta say, like, this game is going to get really big, and I can't wait for everyone else to play it now who hasn't played it out already. But yeah, I think it's all I have for Roman Bloodline for now. I do want to talk about more but I would have to get into spoilers. Now,
we don't want.
Yeah, we don't want those at all. And we don't want any spoilers for the Nemesis prequel comic. Now, unfortunately, I can't touch a whole lot on this either without spoilers. But I will say the artwork for the Nemesis comic is really good. I did read this yesterday when it first dropped, and this comic also has more to unpack as well, because there's things in Rebel Moon Bloodline and in the Rebel Moon Nemesis comic that I haven't even seen in the films yet. I'll put it that way. But what I do like about the Nemesis comic so far, because this is issue 1. Issue 2 is coming out on August 20th. And I'm not sure about the release. I'm not sure when the other 2 issues are coming out, which I think there's 3 or 4 issues that they're releasing for this comic lineup. And then we're getting the all-in-one that is coming out in February of 2016. And for when it comes down to what I thought about this first issue, I thought it was really good. We got to learn more about Nemesis. We got to learn more about her character and what she was doing and how
I love me some Nemesis, man. Duna is Bay, bro. Shout out to Duna Bay.
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, I did read this, and I'm looking at the art. For those of you guys that have seen like the artwork in this comic book, it looks really good, and it's almost as if like this artwork could be put into like a Rebel Moon anime or something. Like I believe there could be a Rebel Moon anime on the way. I get we do have the animated Cowley shorts that are going to be releasing very soon, but I think there's going to be something else coming out, but not too sure, but it's something that I believe that could be coming out in the future. But yeah, if you guys haven't picked up Rebel Moon Nemesis yet, please pick it up. My copies will be coming in very soon. I did get it on the Amazon Kindle app because I did want to, get access to reading the comic early. But yeah, this comic was really good. We got to learn more about Nemesis and her backstory. And I wish I could talk about more, but I don't want to do it without any spoilers. And TJ said that Nemesis issue 3 is coming out September 17th. Okay. September 17th for issue 3. That's great to know. Thank you, TJ.
We also had Ill Life asking, can you use a controller with Bloodline?
Yes, you can use a controller Bloodline. So you can connect your controller to your Bluetooth on your phone. You can use an Xbox controller. I'm not sure. I'm sure you can use your PlayStation controller, but I don't know if it'll show out the buttons or not. I will need to.
Xbox controllers work better with Androids and PCs and all that stuff. It's just a fact.
True. Absolutely. So, yeah, I would use the Xbox controller. It does work better. PlayStation controllers may not be more. Xbox is more universal, if you know what I mean. But yeah, controllers do work, and yeah, I think that's all I got for Rebel Moon Bloodline Nemesis for now. But until I am gonna definitely be covering once I finish the game and once we get all the issues for Rebel Moon Nemesis, I will definitely be covering it on my YouTube channel, Rebel Moon Theory. Definitely going to be covering Rebel Moon Bloodline over there. And I think that's all I got. I'm very glad that I got to talk about Rebel Moon Bloodline and Nemesis comic with you guys. And
here on the Zack Snyder Hour, you dig?
Absolutely.
Right? Bro, is there any more premier Zack Snyder show on the internet, Curly Ray?
Nope.
I just had to ask, bro. Look, W. Mayer points out that it's interesting that the Rebel Moon comics are focusing on the backstories of those who died in the movies, Blood Axe and Nemesis. That's dope, right?
Yo, yeah, I was thinking about that too. We did have, that's the other thing too I was thinking about, because Tarek's still alive, and we may be getting something about him. Now, for Jimmy, we had Rebel Moon Essential, which that was dope. Now, I know that's been out for about a year now, but if you guys hadn't listened to that, y'all need
listen to the Seneschal.
Yep, absolutely. But
the Tales of Bartholomew.
Yep. But yeah, I'm very glad I got to talk about Rebel Moon Bloodline, the Nemesis comic, with you guys. I want to give a shout out to Super Evil Mega Corp for really putting their time into the game, and also shout out to the voice cast of the game. I think you guys have been incredible with the characters, and also shout out to Gail Simone for Rebel Moon Nemesis. Really liking it so far, and thank you for having me on here, Sky, on the Zack Snyder Hour. It's been super dope, and I will.
Necron has a question. He says, "Can you stream to your TV?"
Yes. So you can actually stream it. Or are you talking about like mirroring it?
Yeah, probably, right?
Okay, yeah. You can mirror it, or something I got recently was, let me pull it out real quick. I got an HDMI to USB-C cable. Now, I don't know if you have an iPhone or an Android, but if you have Android, you can connect this to your TV, and then you can literally put your phone on a shelf. You can pull out Rebel Moon Bloodline. You can literally play it like you're literally playing the game on a console. You're using controller. So this is what I use if I want to play it on my TV, which is something I may actually do whenever I can. But yeah, it was super dope getting to talk to you guys. I just wanted to thank Skywalker for having me on here discussing this. I've really been wanting to discuss more Rebel Moon with you guys. And I will be switching over to the chat. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Hey, we appreciate the homie Curly Ray, a.k.a. Rebel Moon Theory, coming through and laying down the law on some Rebel Moon Bloodline and that Nemesis prequel comic, bro. We will have you back on. And much love to you, bro. Shouts out to the dog, Curly Ray.
Yeah, much love, man.
You know what I mean? We're going to have him back Soon. You know what I'm saying? We got the homie Josh Herrera saying it's lit over here. Sky sparked the rebellion. Super Sky is a child of fire. You see, look, that's what we do over here, bro. We was talking Rebel Moon, and we went, I mean, especially that Bloodline and that Nemesis. So we went and got Rebel Moon Theory. You dig? Right? He said, like, so if I'm on Netflix on my Xbox and go in the game section in Netflix, it's in there now. No, it is on your phone. You have to go and you can download it as like a separate app, right? At least if you have Android, it's like a separate app. You can download Blood Moon, a Rebel Moon game or something like that, right? So you go on there, download that app, and it'll link to your Netflix account when you're like signing into the game, right? So yeah. Can you play on your tablet? Yeah, it's on Android and iOS. So any Android device or iOS, if I'm not mistaken. Much love. And yes, shout out to Super Evil Megacorp, because that game is dope. That game is super dope, and we wanted to make sure that we are, you know what I'm saying, having this conversation in earnest, and we're giving you guys accurate information. You dig? So when I'm talking about Rebel Moon, Bloodline, and Nemesis, we gotta go get Rebel Moon Theory. You dig? He said, we talking business, bro. Yeah, send Havoc. I just saw what you sent. And yes, look, I don't got time to show it, but Send Havoc is absolutely correct. Sony is $28 billion in debt. I don't know why y'all be playing about these numbers, bro. I don't know why y'all be playing about these numbers. We know what we're talking about. You know, trying to tell y'all, man, I've been watching Sony because I'm a gaming guy. Right, subscribe to Skywalker Games too, because I'm about to start dropping some more stuff over there pretty soon too. So for sure, if y'all want to hear that honest gaming talk, because we be doing this same thing over there under that umbrella. You know what I'm saying? 10 toes down. You know what I mean? He said, "Say that again." Yeah, bro. Look, I don't know why they playing, bro. I've been watching this gaming landscape, bro. It's been the pricing, bro, anti-consumer things, bro. No willingness to modernize, paying to keep games off other platforms. It's been like so many things that they've been doing in just gaming that's been losing their money. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the movies bombing, bro. Nah, it's not the same. It's not the, I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. All right, 100%. But let's get on to the big topic, yo, because I heard a lot of people talking. Bro. People, look, I remember once upon a time when somebody tried to say, see, they was over there not even talking about Rebel Moon no more, right? And then they the reason why we might not even be getting Rebel Moon 3, guys. Right? We might not even be getting Rebel Moon 3 now. Then you fast forward to the Kurt Johnstad interview, right? He said so many shenanigans, right? Yeah, bro. We got King Omer of Moa saying, Gregory has informed me you were live today. The Royal House would love to have an audience with you. Hey, for sure, right? We in here. Right? And no, Mark, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. This is the Zack Snyder hour. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we talking about Rebel Moon being canceled. Yeah, thank you, right? Nah, man. People was saying Rebel Moon was dead, dog. I remember that. I remember a certain somebody, a certain shill being on stream talking about how we were talking about DC again too quickly, and that Rebel Moon failed, and that we weren't going to get Rebel Moon 3. I remember that shit. You know, I very vividly remember that happening. Right? Fast forward, you know what I'm saying? Oh no, it's all good, Mark. Just if you want that part of the conversation, tune in tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely going live tomorrow, and we gonna cook on that. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, like I definitely remember a certain shield hopping on the internet and telling everybody, like, hey man, the sale guys, right? See, they was talking about DC again right after Rebel Moon came out, right? Now we ain't about to get Rebel Moon 3. Then you fast forward to the Kurt Johnstad interview where all he said was, hey, it's gonna take some luck and act of God, and it will, you know, be able to get that to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, bro, people speak like that in Hollywood all the time, bro. All the time. People speak like that all the time when it comes up to Hollywood, man. Oh yeah, you know, who knows if it'll ever happen again, right? You know, who knows? Right? You know, I'm never gonna come back to this role. Fast forward a couple years, what do they do? You know what I'm saying? Robert Downey Jr. said he was never going back to the MCU. Integrity says haters are stupid. To make it even worse, they always argue in bad faith. A bunch of pathetic clowns terrified of adult conversation and allergic to doing basic research. A third grader, basic, bruh. Right? Bruh. Zack said that before, though. Cool one saying that Zack said that he taking a break. Bro, he said that before, and they acted like he never said it. They acted like he never said it, man. Right? But let's get back to this Variety article. You know what I mean? That's what we really here for, right? Let's get back to this Variety article. Right? You can actually go from the top, right? Netflix launched its next big project meant to capitalize on its homegrown IP Tuesday, right? Which, first of all, they be acting like this is a dead franchise. And I had to bring that up to somebody. I was like, hey, y'all, how are you saying that it's a dead franchise and there's actively things coming out? Like there's video games coming out, there's comic books coming out, Zack is teasing, you know, all types of, like, how is it dead? How is it a dead franchise and they're not investing in it if they're investing in it? Somebody explain this to me. He said the other day, some dumbass on Twitter tried to tell me Man of Steel was all slow-mo. Crazy. But this is true. It's like, how are they, like, you know, it's all type of stuff popping up, you know, Armyverse stuff sprinkled here and there. You know what I'm saying? Rebel Moon stuff popping up all over the place. Right? They're actively investing in it, but they're trying to convince you that it's dead. Right? It says set in Snyder's Rebel Moon universe, Bloodline is an online co-op action game developed by studio Super Evil Megacorp of Teenage Mutant Turtles, Splinter Fate, Catalyst Black, and Vainglory. And that lets players take on the role of a rebel, picking between a variety of classes to join a covert rebellion that's fighting to take back their planet from the tyrannical mother world. The game is exclusively available for Netflix subscribers for free via the Netflix app, right? This does say it's free via the app. I have the app downloaded on my phone. I have like a separate thing. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just being honest. You might be able to. I don't know. He said, Matt G says, my favorite new critique is that Henry was just aura farming in Man of Steel. Bruh, that tells you, right? Because look, they can't say that this new one is more epic. So all they're saying now is, oh, well, all that shit was just pure aura farming. Like, bruh, you're really telling me more about yourself than you are about the movie, because it lets me know that you were basking in the aura, bro. Right? Oh my God, bro. Oh, wait, where did the comment go? Crazy. Zack says, I'm a giant Fortnite fan. I play tons of Fortnite. So for me, I really don't have huge experience with campaign style games. Snyder said in an interview with Variety ahead of Bloodlines launch, right? That's cool, and it's not really my gaming experience, so it's kind of fun to get in the headspace. And they really, honestly, they're just super smart about that stuff, and I was really amazed at the level of detail. And when I say the level of detail, of course, everything is detailed, but the sort of narrative detail where they really kind of giving you these exciting boss fights that make you better, because they kind of teach you how to play. Bloodline is tied directly to Snyder's Rebel Moon film franchise at Netflix, which launched with part one of Child of Fire in December 2023, followed up by sequel part two, The Scargiver, in April 2024. Both films received limited theatrical releases prior to streaming on Netflix. Okay, so let's get back to it, right? Let's get back to it. If you are saying that the reason why you don't want to support ZSSM, right? Zack Snyder Cell Movement, if you want to say that you do not support Zack Snyder's Cell Movement or Zack Snyder's universe going to Netflix because you are going to lose out on the theatrical experience, there you have it right there. Bat Dan said he saw both Rebel Moon movies in theaters. I saw all four. Sorry, Bat Dan. Right? But yeah, I saw all four. Yeah, and I just saw your DM, Mama Bear. That fucking Fantastic Four ad is wild, right? But yeah, it says outside of Bloodline, will Rebel Moon continue as a film franchise? Snyder doesn't know just yet, as he's focused on completing his LAPD or his untitled LAPD SWAT action movie for Netflix, right? Zack goes on to say, I got sidetracked into this. Not sidetracked. It's all uptown problems, as they say. First of all, y'all know what an uptown problem is? Right? Which is exactly what we said from the jump. This is an uptown problem. I said Zack is working on a bunch of shit, but let's hear from him. He says, for Netflix, I'm working on a LAPD SWAT movie, Snyder said. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to sort of let that Rebel Moon world boil for a minute, and I'm going to do this. And frankly, it was a very exhausting, long process doing the two movies together. So it was nice to have a bit of a break from it. I love it like crazy, but it's nice to have a bit of a break. So yeah, we'll see after I finish this, when I come back, where we are with everything. As for whether additional scripts have already been written, and if there is a planned film count in mind, Snyder says there are tons of stories. So I mean, I think it's endless. But again, like I say, I'm waiting to see how we want to and in what way we would move forward, if at all. Right? And yeah, so once again, he's saying, bro, I'm busy, dog. And I brought this up before, right? The whole thing, and this is why we have to kind of relax on the sale thing and realize something, right? First of all, a lot of times these deals take years to pull off, right? First of all. But then not only that, not only are we dealing with something that usually it takes years to pull off, but just like with Rebel Moon, we are talking about like a back-to-back production, like shooting things back to back. Okay? So I don't just think that we're getting Rebel Moon 3. I think when he goes back, it's probably going to be Rebel Moon 3 and 4. Just like the original plan was. The original plan was for 6 movies done as like a trilogy style, right? Of 3 productions. 3 productions of 2 movies back to back. Right? So it's going to take time. It's not just one thing that's being set up. Right? So just like with the Snyder shit, if it's going to be these 2 productions, these big, long drawn out processes, we got to chill. We got to chill. Right? He said definitely Rebel Moon 3 and 4 together. Exactly. So like, that's my thing. We have to remember that all these things are in play, right? We could literally be talking about Zack, you know what I'm saying, making 6 movies in 3 productions, or actually 12 movies in 3 productions, which is fucking crazy, right? But that's just how it goes. And so if that's going to be the case, we got to chill, right? Like, I know we want more, and it's good to be on the internet making noise, letting them know, yo, we still here and we gonna rock out with this shit. But in terms of like being upset, we can't do that, because this shit's gonna take a while. Just like it was gonna take a while for them to get this ZSJL thing, because it's not just one movie. Yo, look, I was thinking about this, right? I need you guys to realize something. Stranger Things is ending. Okay? Stranger Things is ending. Do y'all know what that means? Anybody want to share with me what that means, that Stranger Things is ending and Squid Game is ending? Right? Squid Game's ending. Their biggest shows are coming to a close right about now, right? Stranger Things will be over by the end of the year, right? And if I'm not mistaken, don't Squid Games 3 come out later this year? Or is it next year? And after that, that's done with. Right? So we don't know what's coming, dog. We don't. This whole thing could be way bigger than what we even, you know what I'm saying, even imagined. They could be like, yo, we need something, you know what I mean? He said Squid Games is going to be an American version continuation. I heard it's a reboot. That's what I heard. I didn't hear it was a continuation. I heard it was a reboot. Now, I can be wrong. I heard it was a reboot. Could be wrong. I can absolutely be wrong. I am not willing to stand on that 100%. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that when I stand on something, I stand on something. I'm not willing to stand on that. But I did hear that it was a reboot. Right? So, yeah, man, I think that there's going to be room for all this stuff. We just got to relax, yo. Like, and I know it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And it's good that we out there still making noise, right? But they know what we want, bro. They know, and they know how big that this shit's gonna be, right? Yeah, yeah, man. We don't know. And Sin Havoc said that's what. Yeah. Oh, he said I haven't seen it, but Kate Blanchett shows up this season, and she's supposed to be the bridge. Oh, hey, maybe I'm wrong. I had just heard it was going to be like a reboot. So, you know, like somebody else was talking about some rumors earlier too, and maybe that was one of them rumors I just heard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hold up, man. Y'all hitting me up. Got you, Josh. For sure. Yep, got you. Yeah. Comic said that he's excited for Nintendo's Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I saw that they cast Link and Zelda. I was pretty happy with. They both look pretty close to the characters. I was gonna wild out. People was talking about Hunter Schafer should have been playing Zelda. I was gonna flip out. I ain't even a Zelda dude. I would have. Never mind. Right. It says, he said, yeah, no. That's what I was talking about. It was people trying to say, oh, yeah, Hunter Schafer should be Zelda. I was like, what? Crazy. Says, I watch some channels with 100K subscribers and they don't get the likes this channel gets. Pretty crazy. Hey, shout out to integrity, bro. Grassroots. Yeah, we here, bro. We just rocking out. You know what I mean? Trying to take these conversations forward, right? We got Nick Newsom saying, "Thank you for clearing up the lies about Rebel Moon. I'm really tired of seeing negative videos, bro. It's crazy. It's like every time we have these conversations, right? Like you see channels everywhere, just all over YouTube. Everybody shitting on Rebel Moon, all over dumb shit. Oh my God, this, that, and the third. Oh my God, this, that, and the third, right? And then they just perpetuate lies. Oh, yo, it's canceled. It's a dead franchise. Oh, it wasn't really successful. Why are you guys lying? Right? It says heads really need to stop misusing the woke term. I'm serious, man. You know what? I gotta find another word. Right? Yeah, I gotta find another word, bro. He said, if Zack doesn't release $1 billion film every year, the haters are like, Zack's career is over. It's wild, dude. Has a why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. So if you watch the hate videos, their criticism don't make no sense at all. They never do, bro. They be just sitting there, oh my God, this movie. Look, I went and I did the calculations, and this movie is 20% slow motion. What? Oh my God, bro. I calculated the seconds of slow motion. Shut up. Like, who does that, bro? Who does that? Who says, I'm going to go into this movie and count the seconds of slow motion? Who does dumb shit like that? You in the fucking movie with a timer. Right? Oh, got him again. Right. And he said, I did a lot of mass unsubscribing when Rebel Moon dropped. Yep. Bro, they was tripping. They was tripping, bro. Bruh, it was all kind of channels that do trailer breakdown videos that wasn't doing trailer breakdowns. I'm like, oh yeah, this is very telling. Oh, let me break down this other trailer that came from Netflix Geeked Week that had less views. Right? This is this trailer that had less views than the Rebel Moon trailer had. Let me go do a breakdown on that one, but I'm not gonna break down the trailer that had more views from Geeked Week. Get out of here, bro. Yep, and Superman had hella slow motion in it, bro. Exactly. They all, but they was slow motion up on his symbol on his chest. How many times? Shout out to Donnie B. All right. Yeah. TJ said, the haters, I'm here to tell you that Rebel Moon universe is dead. Zack Snyder is like,
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Oh my God. He said, but when Gunn uses slow motion in Guardians of the Galaxy and Superboy L, haters develop amnesia. Bruh, he took a whole damn fight scene, bruh. He took a whole damn fight scene, dude. Man, anyway, bro. Look, y'all start putting y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. We are about to start shutting this thing on down in 1 second. You dig? And yes, Lucas, to answer your question, yes, I know that Michael Bay is back as a director for the franchise for the Transformers films. I've answered that question like a few times these past few days, these past few streams. I understand that Michael Bay is coming back. I'm very excited. Hopefully that answers your question. Right? Yeah. He said these clowns hate science fiction, but cheer for the toy collector, right? Crazy, bro. In Integrity said a decade straight of crying about Zack and lying about Zack is crazy. You think they focus on something they enjoy at this point. Bruh, I understand too, bro. I thought that they was going to move on a long time ago. They be telling me that I need to move on. W. Necron saying, I'm sick of my timeline being flooded with sponsored posts about how much Superman L is better than Man of Steel. Bro, they can't leave it alone, bro. Right? Nah, I got member minutes, bro. He said straight stole the whole fight train scene. Yeah, bro, the whole thing, the whole frame per second thing, all that shit. He said, and they want toys like their toy man, right? This Addict said the restore hashtags are still blacklisted and banned. These are facts, bro. Right. Out here talking about Man is Still better, and that shit had a better opening 12 years ago. This shit probably about to make it to, bro. This movie gonna struggle to make it to 400 million, bro. Oh my, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. He says Zack Snyder is the hater's guilty pleasure. They love him, bro. Yo, speaking of that, bro. Yo, speaking of the haters, bro. I ain't even gonna front. I was going through the people that I have blocked on YouTube because I was looking to unblock somebody, and I actually found somebody else that I had blocked a long time ago that I didn't recall why, and I was like, what the hell, you know? But anyway, I was going through my list of people that I have blocked on YouTube, yo. Bruh. I saw one person's name, bro. I would say on probably like 80 accounts, bro. It was actually pretty crazy. It was at that moment when I was like, I think this guy is obsessed with me. I think he loves me. I was like, I think this guy loves me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think this guy loves me a lot. I was like, because ain't no way that I could just be in somebody's chat like that, right? If I didn't have some type of feelings for him. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, yo, this version of this person's name, and then this version of this person's name, and then they keep, oh my God, it was crazy, bro. Bruh, y'all know exactly who I'm talking about too. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about too, bro.
Zack Snyder is a hack. The Snyderverse is dead. Long live the DCU.
Bro, I was like, how many times has this guy come to my fucking platform, bro? Like, I almost wanted to screen record that shit for y'all, and y'all would totally be like, yo, this guy is obsessed, bro. Y'all know exactly who I'm talking about too. He said they're actually bragging about beating Aquaman 2 by a million. He said 80 is this guy's using baby oil as his refreshment. Bruh, he got the baby oil on deck, bruh. Crazy. Mama Bear said I saw the same thing, but I got dibs. That's crazy, yo. All right. No, you know who I'm talking about. Integrity. Y'all know who I'm talking about, bro. Zin says he's gotta stop. Hashtag stop. Yo, it's crazy, bro. I was like, wow, this guy really he's really just kept coming back. You know? He's just kept coming back. Oh my God, bro. He said, I know plenty. But you know exactly who I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. You guys know exactly. Oh my God. This is so funny, man. He said, bro, they're bragging about beating Black Adams. Bro, you know what's crazy too? Is that they're actually lying, bro. They are putting out false information talking about this movie that made 300 million. Bro, they're capping for this shit so hard. I've never seen anything like this. And who was that? My Bojangles video where I was like, yo, the whole movie industry is tap dancing for this movie. And I forgot who it was. They was like, yo, I don't think it's everybody, or I don't think it's the whole movie industry. And I'm like, bruh, what do you mean? How is that happening when you literally got outlets fucking putting out fake information? Half of them putting out fake information, half of them lying. What are you talking about? Yep. Yep. He said they were MCU people that snuck into DC fandom in the first place. And as soon as they got a like from Gunn, they were like, oh, that's my baby daddy. Oh, man, crazy, bro. It ain't crack, bro. This movie's gonna bomb, bro. They over here, oh, but you know, is cracking 300 million, and then they had to retract that shit. Right, bruh. If this movie makes less than Black Adam overall, bro. If this movie makes less than Black Adam, dog, I think people need to give that man an apology. They tried to act like The Rock was gonna be bad for DC. Remember that? Remember that when they was acting like The Rock was the worst thing to ever happen to DC? Oh my God, The Rock tried to take over DC. But if his movie made more money than your shit, and it was starring Black Adam, and you got the biggest fucking comic book character on the face of the planet, what does that mean, bro? He said they had 5 extra days. Sitting here counting all these extra ass days, bro. But then don't want to count the Thursday for Man of Steel. See how much bullshit that is? Bruh, they'll count from Monday with Superman. But you want to throw in the Thursday numbers for Man of Steel? Nope, that's a bridge too far, bro. Ooh. What's going on, Asthmatic? Look, bro. I'm about to get out of here, man. We are about to hit y'all with members minutes though. So I'll be right back, and we'll get to that before we close out the show.
They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. They say all I care about is views. But what about you? What about you? Came a long way from no subs back when y'all was showing me no love, no front. I just had to take a look back, cause sometimes y'all forgot I shook that. I know they would attack cause of own issues. To be honest, I got sick and tired of feeling misused. That's why I've always played a drop for every super chat.
Yeah. Much love, much love. Shout out to Matt G Images saying fire streams, guy. Much love, bro. We got comics of tomorrow saying Gunn is he a fan, freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. He said seeing that the box office drop could be up to 90%. Hey bro, we gonna see. right? Because remember when some shills, it was saying, yo, see, what's going to really have a big second week drop is that Jurassic World, right? Because it's this Superman juggernaut about to drop on everybody's head, right? So what's really going to have that drop is Jurassic World, right? We're going to see which one has a bigger second week drop. We're going to see. We going to see. Much love, Michael, right? Said, imagine the timeline if Zaslav went with $7. Bro, they was it, bro. You were at least gonna get Zack Snyder back, bro. At least. This man fought to bring Cavill back. He was trying to give the bro. Now, would Black Adam have had to be inserted into certain things? Absolutely. Right? But who don't, bro? Okay, I have a question for the chat. Now, let's be honest. I need everybody to be fucking real with me right now. I need you guys to look me in my eyes and be real with me, okay? We're going to have this conversation. If somebody came out and said that The Rock was going to be Black Adam in Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and 3, who the fuck wouldn't want that, bro? Are we really going to sit here and say that if The Rock's Black Adam was in Zack Snyder's universe, that we wouldn't fucking want the shit? Which is that's when he signed up in the fucking first place? Was when Zack was still there? What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? He signed on to work under Zack in the fucking first place. Y'all think he didn't want that back? All this shit was media driven, man. All of it, bro. All of it. All of it. He said The Rock is not a dweeb like God. He said, and that's why they love him or hate him and love the toy collector, right? Yeah, bro. Right. And Matt G says, I gotta be honest, I really hated Black Adam, but I appreciated The Rock fighting for Henry, though. Bro, that's what I mean, bro. It's like all I'm saying is that if this man was fighting to bring back some kind of semblance of what the fans wanted, right? Some kind of semblance. Like, hey guys, I know we can't go that same route that we were gonna go when I fucking signed on, but hey, you know, I'm here now. I got some more pull, right? We're gonna bring Zack back and we're gonna kind of retool this thing and you know, Black Adam versus Superman movie. Do y'all not want that? Like, would anybody have been upset if we got a fucking Black Adam versus Superman movie? Like, bro, I'm about to really start checking temperatures. We about to see who a real DC fan is, bro. I'm about to start checking temperatures, right? Said, I love that. Deathstroke, a villain, was part of the Nightmare League. Imagine Black Adam was with the Nightmare League or against them, right? Yeah, with them or yeah, and they could have switched. Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. So like, that man signed on to work with Zack, so I don't see why people thought that he wouldn't want to work with him. That's why they wanted his ass out. That's why they wanted his ass out. In hindsight, I mean, am I wrong? Right? Look, if they were thinking about going this route, right, which literally included, see, because look, we got to be honest, right? We know that Man of Steel 2 was on the table. You can't have a Black Adam v Superman movie if there's no Man of Steel 2. Right? Right? Integrity says this is exactly why the movement needed leadership, and exactly why it restores obsolete. It's had its chance. They dropped the ball. Get over the butthurt and jump on a winning team. Nah, because they want to act like we ain't getting the shit in theaters is like the sticking point, even though most of these people have not seen Zack Snyder's Justice League in theaters. I have. You know what I mean? Right? But I'm fighting for everybody else to be able to see it too. He said some Snyder fans out here are like, well, what if Jeremy Irons is in his JL2 and they have to recast? I don't want it. It's like, congratulations, you played yourself. Now sit down and shut up. Exactly, bro. They said because these people do not want Zack back. Yeah, think about it. If one route involved Man of Steel 2 and ZSJL, some kind of wrap-up project, and Black Adam v Superman, we have to admit that was going to be what the fuck Cavill was The Rock was trying to do. And if they had two choices, which was go this way or go that way, and they chose to go that way with fucking James Gunn, that means that The Rock was trying to give us some semblance of what we wanted. He just wanted to be involved, bro. Which, shit, I would too. The fuck? He said Black Adam helping against Darkseid would have been beautiful. Bruh, we could have saw more about Kondak, bro. The Living Lightning, bro. Right? Said Zack Snyder's Justice League has more views than any other superhero film ever made, according to a source at WB. But, you know, they act like it's a flop, bro. Yeah. Yeah. He said, Kevin Sujihara gave James Gunn his job. Cut the shit. Stop. Right? Yep. Yep. Can't get snagged up on little things. Yep. Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. He said Dr. Fate. Bruh, Dr. Fate in the Snyderverse? Like, what are we talking about, bro? He said, Mikey said that The Rock had major plans. Rock wanted the Justice Society against the Justice League. Yeah, bro. But nah. Right? Can't do it, though. Can't do it. He said, I remember some fake fans saying they'd rather get a reboot. Bruh, hold up. Let's get on the members minutes, bro, because y'all killing me, man. We got the homie Bad Dan saying, great stream. I'm not saying that I want Superman to fail, but if I do, it's because these influencers are pissing me off with their comments. Right? Shout out to homie Bad Dan. We got DC Talk 82 saying no sequel. China took Superman out their theaters 100. Replaying now. These talks said, I know this was an awesome stream. Yeah. Got the homie the new geek saying, go running up that hill. Bruh, I can't wait for Stranger Things, bro. Yep. And you're running up that room. He said reboot is on a retcon, right? He said now Gunn has come with his whack ass Justice game, right? Yeah, man. Black Adam was decent, dog. I like that movie. Hey, bet y'all rather that shit than Superman. See, I've always known that this was the alternative, bro. Hey, shout out to the Batman, bro. I've always known that bro, I've always known that this was gonna be the alternative, bro. Right? I've always known. He said, if ZSJL2 isn't exactly 4 hours, we don't want it. We won't settle for a 3 hour ZSJL2. It's like, bro, this is why we needed leadership. One consistent message. Yes, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, Matt G, you got to go back and watch that movie, bro. That movie's decent, bro. Right? But once again, I bet y'all rather have that shit than Superman. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I bet y'all will bathe in Black Adam before y'all go back and look at watch Superman. Oh my God, bro. Damn. Bruh. Y'all looking at Black Adam like Thanos was looking at old Grooves like, maybe I treated you too harshly. yo, oh, he said definitely gotta be better than Superman. That's what I'm saying, bro. He said Black Adam looks like Inception. Yo, crazy, bro. Crazy, bruh. That one scene in Black Adam with I'll even go straight up licensed music for licensed music scene. That scene with Painted Black in Black Adam was better than the entire Superman movie. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. That opening fucking shit where he first starts showing his powers and it plays Painted Black, that is better than any moment in Superman. 100%. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Crazy. He said even the Flash and first Suicide Squad. Hey, bro, that first Suicide Squad movie is cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, yo. He said you're 100% correct. I know. He said Gunn even stole stuff from Black Adam, bro. He couldn't help, bro. Bro, Hawk Girl, dog. I was just about to say, see, he says it feels disrespectful to my eyes to see that Hawk Girl after we got a great Hawk man. Bruh, crazy, bro. Did he say Supergirl gonna be sponsored by Vagisil? Bruh, I'm done. Bruh, look, we're gonna be back tomorrow, bro. We're gonna be back tomorrow, bro. Bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. He said, is Justice League better? Oh my God, bro. Yes. 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 Yes, bro. That's crazy to say. And it's for a few reasons, right? Because one, the parts from Zack's movies is better than anything that fucking James Gunn could fucking have come up with. But even outside of that, right? Even outside of that, Justice League made me laugh once, genuinely, once, and it is a part that is not in the Snyder cut. I literally laughed one time in that movie, and it's when Cyborg said that shit about his toes. When he was like, I don't even understand the physics of how my toes hurt right now. That was funny, right? So I laughed one more time in the Justice League than I did for the entirety of the Superman movie. Bro, it's better, dog. Hold on. I don't give a shit what time it is. Hold on.
What up, bro?
Leon, I'm live and you're on speakerphone, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm actually. It's funny because I'm on the other line and I'm looking at the stream. I'm not like closely paying attention. That's hilarious. I was like, oh shit, my boy's calling me.
Hey, you are on fucking live and you're on speakerphone. I have a question because they think I'm playing, but I'm dead ass serious, bro. What is better, Leon? Superman or Justice League, bro?
Oh, out of the two?
Yes.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I thought about this, and I don't even know if me and you had a conversation about it. But
we haven't. We have not spoke about this at all.
So it's funny. The only reason I would say that Justice League is worse is because of the shit that happened.
Right?
If that shit never happened,
bro, as a movie, I'm talking about as a movie, Leon.
As a movie, I'm gonna have to say Justice League edges it by a little bit.
Thank you. That's what I said, bro.
Here's the crazy part. I shouldn't even be saying that. That's too close, right? You don't want to be anywhere near Justice League level. Justice League shouldn't be barely edging you, and you shouldn't be barely edging Justice League. You should be leaps and bounds over it.
Bro.
This is like Batman and Robin levels of bad.
Bro, my point was not only are the Zack parts in there super fucking dope that James Gunn could never match, right? But also this too, right? I genuinely laughed one time with that shit about Cyborg and his toes. I've always said that. That joke made me laugh, and I did not laugh all throughout Superman. Not one time.
It was stupid, but in the theater, I do remember we all laughed. I laughed, my homies laughed, and I tell this story all the time. I had to suffer through not pretending like I liked it, because I never did that. I always looked at them and said, oh, y'all like that? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of embarrassed watching this. And they laughed like, for real? You didn't like it? Because they were none the wiser. And I was like, y'all trying to see it again? They were like, oh, no, I'm good. I don't want to see it again. But they kind of liked it. Right? It wasn't anything to write home about, but they were like, no, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Other people that left the theater were like, I ain't really like that. It was too dumb.
Bruh.
Right?
Fucking Kunim says this whole conversation is heresy, but it's funny as fuck.
It is. Bro, trust me.
Heresy.
Trust me. I never thought I would say this.
Right?
At the very least, Superman and Justice League
are neck and neck, bro. And I think Justice League is better, dog. I'm dead ass serious. Bro. That's crazy. That's crazy as fuck.
But you're right. The redeeming quality, like, okay, for example, does Superman have a scene? And I'm gonna take a scene that Joss did. Does Superman have a scene where Batman is interrogating somebody on a roof? And that was a badass shot when he was on the across the building, and the guy looked over and saw Batman.
Yeah.
That was a Joss shot. That looked badass. Now, the rest that transpired were kind of goofy, with the dumb parademons showing the three mother boxes.
the three mother boxes and showing Aquaman sitting there holding that. I was like, bro, what the fuck is that? Bro?
Oh, that shit was dumb. I was like, why did this parademon explode and then it shows three squares in the parademon? That's dumb.
Right? Like, yeah.
Whatever. But anyway, Justice League wins above Superman. I'll say this: they're about neck and neck, but Joss edges it a bit. So there you have it, folks.
Right? He said the audacity. He said, "Purge the heretics for the emperor, bro." He said it's a heresy, bro. Bro, bro. TJ said if Zod was here, he'd beat us up for speaking on his heresy, bro. All right. Nah. All right, bro. Look, I'm gonna let you go. I just had to call and ask you that, bro, because look, I was standing on business. I'm like, bro, like. Fuck all the other shit, movie for movie, bro. It's better.
Nah, hey, people do have to admit that. Look, y'all ain't got to admit it in the chat, but it'd be funny if y'all did, bro, because Scott brought up a great point. They got Zack scenes in there, bro.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean?
They got Zack scenes in there, bro. So, hey. I'll tell you this, Superman's start was probably better than that dumbass Justice League. Everybody knows.
Hey, I can't even give it that because it started the movie with fucking 666.
Justice League is better for that.
Bro, I'm
telling
oh my god, bro. Hey, this shit might sound like heresy, but I think it's the truth, bro. This is one of the worst fucking DC movies I've ever seen in my life, dog.
Right, bro.
Yeah, bro. Tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying, bro. The movie starts off with some bullshit.
With 666 and Superman robots running up. Superman.
Do you know the tape that you always listen to? And I'm just saying this is an exposition.
Bro, I gotta go, dog. I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. Look, bro. Fucking Integrity said Josh's League is 50% Zack. Superman is 100% dog shit.
Facts, bro. Josh's League, I wouldn't even say 50, but Josh's League is like 25% Zack, which is, you know, any percentage, right? And Superman is 100% dog shit.
He said, "Hey, the fucking Superman, the Superman lip thing was bad." Yep.
I'm gonna ask y'all a question before I go. Which one's worse, Superman CGI lips or Superman getting punched in or kicked in the balls in that dumbass gun movie? Take your pick.
Yep. All right, bro. For sure. Bang. Bye, bro. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hey, he said 666. I guess Gunn wasn't lying about selling his soul. Hey, you mean this part, bro?
It's going great. I've been looking all over for you. The people the Red Roof Inn told me you were over here. So, listen, here's the thing. I have been really, really happy since I moved to Hollywood because I did the niftiest, neatest, coolest thing. I totally sold my soul to Satan. I had to kill a young child to do it, but it's awesome because ever since I've done it, I've been totally rich. I made Scooby-Doo. I've got 2 more movies going into production in April. What's one kid when it, comes to all my talent that I have to share with the world? People say bad things about the Dark Lord. I think he is a sweet and swell guy. So anyway, I just got a new deal with Disney to create a movie called Phlegm Wallaby, about a jive-talking, rapping wallaby made of phlegm. Everyone I tell it to laughs so hard at everything I say. In fact, when I talk, people are pretty much laughing all the time ever since I sold my soul to Satan. And anyway, praise Satan.
All right, yeah, man. This is crazy, bro. Yeah, we about to get on out of here, bro. Yeah, I'm standing on business, bro. I don't give a shit what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say, bro. G. Rob said, "Oh my God, I just tuned in to hear Justice is better than Superman. What lunacy is this?" Then he says, "Sadly, you might be right." Bro, I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. Somebody prove me wrong, bro. He said it's the truth in plain sight. They have to tell you. It's their belief system, right? Yeah. He said the symbol of the house of El means seeds. Oh my God, bro. He said he did get his jive talking, Mr. Terrific. Get your hand out of my pocket. Bro, look. Bro. He said, fuck bitches and get money myself. He said it's justifiable heresy. Bro, this is an abomination, bro. Shout out to the homie Necron. Y'all go check out Pandora's box from last night. I'm so glad to see that we were able to have that conversation, because homie said he went out and he had a good time, even though he had a lot of problems with it. And we was talking about it, and slowly he just kept, brought him down to our level. And all it took was a little push. Look, bro, I'm about to get on out of here, bro. We're gonna catch y'all tomorrow, bro. I'll be back with a super fun discussion. And I know y'all be like, Sky, why you keep playing that effective video? Y'all gonna see soon. You dig? We're gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. Do you think James Gunn rebooted the universe properly?
This answer your question.
Oh my God! James Gunn.
Hey, Walton, James Gunn's not more successful than Zack Snyder at the box office. Zack Snyder, look at Batman v Superman and how well 300 did and all that stuff. Boy, I gotta tell you, James Gunn's fans, you guys are like, you're more aggressive. Let's just say more aggressive than even Snyder fans, and that's saying something. Woo! And you got a lot of free time, I must say.
Woo!